Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me for another episode of Road to Regionals, when we're continuing using our definitely not good team, and we switched it up. We are not using that Love Disc Pokemon anymore. The Pokemon's name that I can't pronounce, the Olamolololololol, and we're going to be using the Tapu Fini over that. I am not too keen on the Tapu Fini, or Scarf Tapu Fini at that. I mean, granted, Brady Smith had just won Memphis Regionals with a Scarf Tapu Fini on his team. I can't knock it too much. It's just that you're revealing too much information if you do lead the Tapu Fini, and leading the Tapu Fini with your Scarf Soak shenanigans is like something that people want to do. It's very, very like aggro, so you can like you have to select the slot that you want to go into correctly, because your opponent can just read into that and go for a what the fuck is this? This is a QR code team. This looks so awesome. This is something similar that James Beck was using, and he had based his team off the 2013 World Championship team that Sajin Park used, that had a I can't think of that one. Jelly Scent. It had Jelly Scent. It had a Scrafty, a Bomb of Snow, maybe like a Heatran, but something similar to this. So it's like a similar core. It's very, very hard Trick Room. I have a Trick Room component myself, but it's not that Trick Roomy. All the Pokemon on his team are incredibly slow, though. So I think I am going to lead my Soak shenanigans. Kartana is actually looking fairly nice right here. I think I'm going to lead the Kartana because I don't want to necessarily reveal. He doesn't have a terrain setter. And the only Pokemon that would reveal speed tiers would be the Bomb of Snow, but it's still slower than everything I have on my team. He's probably going to lead the Hariyama, which is kind of crappy. I'm going to bring the Cresselia in the back because that would be another Trick Room option. Bring the Charizard in the back. I'll bring the Charizard in the back. It gives me another option for weather. This is not going to end too well. I can already tell you that right now, especially if he leads the Gothitelle and like Hariyama and goes for a fake out Trick Room. There's nothing I could do about that. I don't even think Moonblast, because this is a timid. Oh, this is not a lead I was anticipating at all. I'm okay with this, actually. I'm really okay with this, actually. Reason being is because I can go for a Soak Bloom Doom into the Heatran. I'm gonna do it. There should be absolutely no reason you protect a Heatran against a Kartana right here. Yeah, there we go. And he's probably going to Trick Room, but at least we're taking care of the Heatran. This is so silly. Oh my goodness, this is so silly. The Gothitelle is definitely going for a Trick Room right here because they didn't go for a Helping Hand. It's like the only other option that I would have to go for right there. I mean, I guess, like, Sacred Sword and Muddy Water would have been able to take out the Heatran, but he's still getting a free switch in to this. This is really silly. This is so freaking silly. If he gets up Trick Room, it's going to spoil all of my plans, too, because then I have no form of offensive presence with my... I should have went for a Soak... Yeah, I should have went for a Soak Leaf Blade into the Gothitelle. Prevent Trick Room. My Kartana goes down, but then I could just get in my like Charizard in the back, and I think letting him get up Trick Room is going to be really, really bad for my team. Really, really bad for my team. Definitely should have went for the Soak Leaf Blade into the Gothitelle. I think I got a little too over-aggressive going for a Bloom Doom into the Heatran, because the Heatran threatens my Kartana, but that's fine if my Kartana goes down, because then I can just get a free switch into my Charizard. Yeah, so not the best call right there. I'm going to soak the... let's go for a Wood Hammer. I'm going to Detect right here. Actually, I'm going to go for a Substitute right here. I think he... He's probably just going to go for a Blizzard because my Tapu Fini isn't doing anything. It's not literally not doing a thing with Soak. So I was thinking about like soaking and detecting right there, wasting a turn of Trick Room, because he's probably going to go for a Blizzard right here. Oh no. Yeah, he's going to go for a Blizzard. I should have just detected right there and then gone for a Soak. Because I would have been able to survive a, again, what did I say in the previous episode? Go with your gut. I knew he was going to go for a Blizzard right there because my Tapu Fini is not doing anything offensively. So there's no reason for him to have to go for a, there's no reason for him to have to go for a Woodhammer into the Tapu Fini. Kind of annoying. What I'm going to do right here is bring in Charizard. He's probably just going to switch out the Abomasnow. Who would he have in the back to switch into, though? He could just protect as well. I think he would probably be the Jellicent, right? I don't want to soak the Gothitelle. But I'm going to have to. I'm going to Mega Evolve and go for a Flamethrower into the Abomasnow. I think he switches the Abomasnow out. Yeah. So what does he go into? Probably the Jellicent, I'd imagine. Not the Hariyama, so this is going to... It's going to be a lot of damage onto the Hariyama. And then I could just protect the following turn. And then the Gothitelle might protect right here. Let's see what happens. If I was him, I would protect the Gothitelle. No, he just goes for a Psychic. Okay. Probably some chip into the Charizard. Yeah. That's actually... Jesus God. That's actually pretty good. Pretty decent amount of chip. And we're going to get a Soak off. 2 more turns of Trick Room left. I'm going to Soak right here. And then I'm going to Protect right here. There's really no reason for me to not to do that play. He's not going to switch out the Gothitelle right here. That was a decent amount of damage onto the Hariyama. If I can somehow take out this Hariyama or this Gothitelle, he's going to switch the Gothitelle out. I was thinking about going for a Soak onto the Gothitelle slot as well. What's he go for? Probably just a Fake Out into the Charizard, right? Yeah, he doesn't want me to get off a Flamethrower. No, he's going to go for a Close Combat into the Charizard. That's fine by me. And we're going to get a Soak off, so non-stab. Now we could switch out the Charizard. And what did we bring in the back? It was a Cresselia. So I'm going to Soak right here. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to Soak right here. And then I'm going to switch into my Cresselia right here. If he switches into a Gothitelle, it's fine. Probably, yeah, withdraw the Hariyama. I'm just going to keep making him Water types, I guess. Now I can go for reverse Trick Rooms, too. Going for Blizzard. And Trick Room should be ending this turn. So what I'm thinking about is switching into my Charizard onto my Fini slot and then going for Trick Room myself because, I mean, he has to set up Trick Room in order to operate. This disappears and Trick Room should have ended? Yeah, Trick Room ended. Alright, so I'm switching to Charizard right here. Oh, I can't. That's right. That is right. I can't do that. Are we really going to be doing this right now? Just Trick Rooming? Trick Rooming, Trick Rooming. It's going to go for a Blizzard. It's not going to knock out my Feeny. I go for my Trick Room. So he's going to go for a Trick Room too. And I should be going down to Hal right here, and then I get my Charizard in. So what he should have done right there is protected Trick Room, because he doesn't knock out my Feeny. God damn it! Are you kidding me? I wanted my Feeny to go down. You're gonna first soak right there. Does he go for another Trick Room now? Does he seriously go for another Trick Room? He's a water type. I don't think he goes for another Trick Room. If he does, good on him, but I could just reverse it again. So he's already a water type. This is, yeah, it's gonna fail. Looks like he's going for a Trick Room, so I could have just reversed the Trick Room right there. I don't know. I don't really know what my opponent's trying to pull off right here, because I could just reverse the Trick Room. So we could have just very well have gone for Trick Room, Trick Room. I get my free switch into my Charizard. Now you're completely screwed. Don't know what the play was right there. Because we proc our Berry, nothing that he does right now knocks out my Cresselia. Because now I just go for a Protect. Well, he can just Protect Trick Room again. Sun goes up. Yeah, Abomasnow literally does nothing. So I'm going to go for a Solar Beam right here. And I'm going to Trick Room. He's going to probably switch the Abomasnow out into the Hariyama. I want to take out... No, he's just going to Blizzard. What is my opponent doing? Because this Solar Beam should be able to take out the Gothitelle, and then we Trick Room and essentially win. I mean, granted, he can go for a Fake Out, but now he doesn't have a Trick Room setter. That takes it out. Okay, great. I think this game is a little bit more difficult than it needed to be. Because my opponent's playing very, very odd. Because right there, you have to... I mean, essentially, you have to think that I'm going to like go for a Protect and then a Reverse Trick Room, or attack into the Gothitelle and Reverse Trick Room. So you switch out your Abomasnow so you can at least get 100% accurate Blizzards right there. So I just Protect right here, and then... Because Ally Switch is a lower priority than it is for Fake Out. And then I'm just going to Psyshock right here. I mean, you could very well go for the double up into the Cresselia. He's going to forfeit. I wouldn't have forfeited right there. I would have played the game out, because I would have went for the... If I were my opponent, I would have went for the double up into the Cresselia, anticipating a Protect from the Charizard, and potentially have gotten like a Woodhammer crit, and then it's a Charizard versus the Abomasnow and Hariyama. And then you have to remember that the Abomasnow is a water type, so Solar Beam might have not been able to take it out because it's non-stat for the Charizard. You get off like a Blizzard into the Charizard, get a good amount of damage off into that, and then you get off an attack with your Hariyama as well. So I definitely wouldn't have quit right there. The Feeny didn't really do much in the net game. We went for the Bloom Doom into the Heatran, but I feel like if we would have just gone for the Soak Bloom Doom into the Gothitelle, we would have been able to switch around freely, and if my Kartana goes down from like a Heat Wave or something like that from the Heatran, then I get a free switch into either my Charizard or whatever else that I had in the back. So it looks like we're going to have a couple of opponents that are literally starting out onto the ladder, which is kind of exciting to me. And we see an Omastar right here. Wow. Omastar does get access to Swift Swim, so it looks like it's going to be Omastar and the Pelipper, Tapu Lele, so I can't fake out with Omastar and anything that's touching the ground. A Metagross, a Porygon Z, and an Arcanine. This is an awesome looking team. I am really excited to play against this team, and I hope he brings the rain mode. Alright, so I'm going to bring the Charizard right here. He's probably going to bring the Pelipper in the back to switch on a Charizard, but I can play around that as well. And I want to bring the Coco. Don't think this is going to be Scarflele. I also like the Feeny. I think the Feeny's pretty solid. I don't want to bring it in the front, though. Bring Charizard in the front. Egg Slash is a pretty solid matchup as well against the Metagross. The only thing it doesn't have a solid matchup is against the Arcanine, but he has Rain on his team, and this could also be Z conversion Porygon. I'm gonna bring the Coco in the front. I'm gonna bring the Feeny. I don't think Gartana does much right here. I'm gonna bring the Aegislash. The Aegislash is another form of Hyper Offense / another Pokemon that can soak up hits. I don't think there is a necessity to go for a wide guard, but I can still get off very powerful attacks, especially into that Metagross and Lele. Bringing in my Charizard to switch up the Rain option, and the Coco just gets off really, really powerful hits. And Lele is going to be coming in the front right here, so we're going to be able to confirm whether it is Choice Scarf. I don't think it'll be Choice Scarf on this team. Yeah, it's not Choice Scarf. Okay. Okay, so the Lele is faster than the Arcanine. Did that Arcanine not go for an Intimidate? It didn't. What kind of Arcanine is that? I don't even know what other ability Arcanine would have other than Intimidate. I think the Arcanine does. I was going to say, kind of want to go for a Mega Evolution Tailwind right here. Is there a reason to do that? I don't think there is. Go for a Flamethrower right there. And I'm going to protect the Tapu Koko. I kind of want to get some good damage off into the Lele. It could have very well have switched into my Lele. I should have switched into my Feeny, though, now I'm thinking back on it. Because he wouldn't be able to get off as powerful... very powerful Psychic into my Charizard. I'm going to protect right here. I feel like he'd be inclined to go for an attack into the Coco. Leia's going to protect, okay. It's going to be essentially a stalemate, and then I could just do the same thing that I wanted to do the previous turn, and then switch into my Feeny onto the Coco slot. It's going to go for a Flare Blitz into... Okay, just essentially a wash right there. Alright, so... I could have gone for a Tailwind right there like I initially wanted to do. Let's go for the Flamethrower onto that. There's really nothing that wants to take it in the back. He could now switch it into Pelipper. Yeah, he could switch it into Pelipper now. But does he want to switch it onto a Tapu Koko Thunderbolt? I'm going to switch in the Aegislash onto this slot. Because you really should never... You should never go for a... You should never go for a Flamethrower, Flare Blitz into the Charizard. This might backfire on me, because he's going to get a lot of good damage off, probably with a Psychic, into the Aegislash. This is where a Talon would have helped me, because I would be able to outspeed the Arcanine and the Lele. Now with my Aegislash, he's going to withdraw the Lele, likely into the Pelipper. No, the Porygon Z. Okay. What does he go for? Flare Blitz? Yeah, Flare Blitz. I guess he didn't bring the Pelipper. So he's not going Rain Mode at all. Yeah, so I should have did what I originally wanted to do and go for a non-Mega Evolution and Tailwind in case he switched it into Pelipper. Or switched into Pelipper the following turn. And I wouldn't have been I would have essentially not given him that option. I don't think the... Does the Arcanine stay in right here? I think I kind of screwed myself setting up the Sun for his Arcanine. And the Hydro Pumps really aren't going to be doing too much. And a Porygon Z is likely Z conversion, but I can't confirm as to what Z type it would be. I'm going for a Flare Blitz right here. I think this is really obvious. I guess I'm going to have to go for a Hydro Pump into the Arcanine. I don't think the Arcanine stays in. Okay, no, the Arcanine goes for a Protect. And it's going to match my Protect. He's just an incredibly weird team. So he's probably going to go for a Z conversion, or he can go for a Breakneck Blitz as well. On Hyper Beam, he's going to go into the... Okay, that's fine. He's going to have to recharge the next turn, and I get a free switch in. And I don't even think Hydro Pump in Rain was really doing much to the Arcanine anyway. Now I can switch into my Coco. I'm switching up the terrains. Go for a Thunderbolt into the Arcanine. Because he can't switch anything out onto the Porygon slot. Porygon can't touch the Aegislash. I'm going to go for double up right here into the Arcanine. It just previously would protect it. I'm going to go for the Never-Ending Nightmare. I think that would be able to take out the Arcanine. Because what I can do is I can go for that. I'm going to protect Coco. I don't think this... Okay, he's going to switch out the Arcanine. Okay, into the Lele. So, I could have just went for a Thunderbolt into the Porygon Z for some chip. I'm not playing very well. This is just me not playing very, very well. I do not blame this on my phone whatsoever. I wonder if that's Scarf Z as well. Lele is going to go down. Because if that's Scarf Z, it's going to be able to take out the Coco. And that's not good. Because I need the Coco for the Arcanine. I think Ursilli would help in these matchups with more of a defensive pivot and going for ally switches. Yep, so that's... The Feeney's definitely... the Lele's going down. Alright, but he gets a free switch into his Arcanine for some more offensive pressure or anything else that he has in the back. Could have went for the Thunderbolt into the Porygon. That would have been able to bring it down to at least half. What does the Metagross go for? How many turns of Sun do we have left? One more turn of Sun. I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball right there. And I'm going to bring in my Charizard in case he goes for like an Iron Head into the Coco. I mean, he could very well go for like the Hyper Beam into the Coco. And again, we're not going to be able to confirm as to whether or not this is Scarfed Porygon Z. Let's see what he goes for. Maybe like a Stomping Tantrum into the Aegislash, but I don't think he goes into the Aegislash. This could be Shadow Ball Porygon Z as well. Metagross is going to protect. Okay. I could have just King Shielded right there. Hyper Beam. This is Scarf Porygon Z. And we take that. Definitely Scarf Porygon Z. Porygon can't touch the Aegislash. I'm going to go for the double up into the Metagross. I don't think Metagross would have Bullet Punch, but the Shadow Ball probably put it in KO range for a Dazzling Gleam. I eventually got to get Chip onto this Porygon. I'm doing the Shadow Ball and the Flamethrower into the Metagross to cover the Arcanine switch in, because I still think this would be able to do plenty of damage to the Arcanine. Potentially put it in range for a Flamethrower follow-up. This Porygon Z, though, is kind of annoying. Yeah, he's going to switch into the Arcanine, because it puts on so much pressure with Scarf Hyper Beams. Again, it can hit my Aegislash, but yeah, it's Scarf, because it's going before the Charizard. It's Flash Fire! What? That is its other ability? What the freak? Come on, man. You have to read into this King Shield right here. You have to read into it. Oh, man. This is not good. I'm going to bring in my Coco on the slot. I can't lose my Charizard. I need it for the Metagross. And I'm hoping he goes for the Flare Blitz into the Aegislash. He's kind of forced to go for the Flare Blitz into the Aegislash. Because the Hyper Beam is going to knock out the Charizard. So you cover that option. You don't want me to get off a free Shadow Ball into the... He's going to go for Hyper Beam. Wow, this Porygon Z is a huge problem, and I did not assess that early on. That is my own fault. It's gotten off 3 hyper beams now. They should be getting his attack reduced. Man, this Arcanine though. I still think -2 Flare Blitz is going to be able to take out my Aegislash though, because the sun's going to go up now. Shadow Ball right here. And then I have to basically hope that he's going to protect. Okay, baiting me out into Blade form, I guess. We're going to get Flamethrower off into the Porygon. Still don't think this takes it out. Wow, it does. Okay. I could double protect next turn, though. Put myself back into Blade form. Whew, man, Flash Fire Arcanine is a huge problem. I can't Flamethrower it, and Solar Beam would probably not even be a 3-hit KO. I don't think he realizes that Metagross is faster than Charizard. So I'm going to King Shield right here. And I'm going to kind of scout out what my opponent wants to do. I feel like I'd lose this game anyway. Flash Fire Arcanine is winning him this game because I would have been easily I'd be easily knocking the Arcanine out with a Flamethrower at this range in the sun. He should be going for the Flare Blitz into the Charizard. Yes, he doesn't need to go for the Bullet Punch. It's completely unnecessary. For the Shadow Ball right there. I'm gonna go to Flamethrower right there. The double up into the Metagross really doesn't make much sense to me. I really can't do much to the Arcanine. Arcanine's at -4 right now. It doesn't take me out. Wow. Okay. Flamethrower should be able to take out the Metagross. My opponent not knowing his speed tiers, clearly. Because Jolly, unless it's not Jolly Max Speed Metagross, and this is like a bulky variant, but Jolly Max Speed Metagross 100% of the time outspeeds Timid Max Speed Charizard. And yeah, he's at -4. This is not going to be able to take me out, and the Shadow Ball is going to be able to clean the game up. I should have not won that game whatsoever. My opponent making a few blunders right there. I mean, Flash Fire Arcanine is really cool tech, but I'd still prefer Intimidate. I mean, if Intimidate wasn't such a good ability, you'd be seeing Flash Fire Arcanine all over the place, but you do not. You see Intimidate on all competitive teams. Again, my opponent obviously not knowing his speed tiers, unfortunately, because, again, he would 100% of the time be able to outspeed my Charizard, probably go for like an Iron Head, be able to knock out my Charizard because the Bullet Punch came really, really close. And my only win con at that point if he knocks out my Charizard is that I go for a Shadow Ball into the Metagross. I hopefully take it out, which I don't think a Shadow Ball will be able to take out the Metagross. And then I play this King Shield game, hope that Metagross isn't able to take me out, and then they both attack into my King Shield. And then we have to play some game, like mind games with Protects. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you're enjoying these episodes. I don't think they're the best episodes that I can create. This team is a little gimmicky. So, I'm going to be coming out hopefully next week with a team that is very, very competitive. Teams that I'm probably going to be using in the format to come, because we're going to be ushering in the new year very shortly after this week, actually. So, we're probably going to be using the teams I'm going to be bringing to like main events, and still working on my bulky Kangaskhan and my Ninetales and Feeny team. So, hopefully, be able to come out with that next week. I might wait a little bit after the PC mid-season showdown. It's going to be in January, but I hope everyone is enjoying this content, this daily content. At that, it does take me some time to make this content, and I take out a good chunk out of some of the days that I do record these. And I hope everyone did have a great Christmas, and hopefully everyone does have a great New Year's. Anyway, if there's any suggestions for everyone, put them down in the comment section below. You know, paste spins, things like that, Poke Pastes. I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, guys, I'll see you all later. Thank you for stopping by and watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. Peace.